and what we will build on.
Starmer, a pledge is not an indication. A pledge is a word, is your word. It's a pledge, because you're hiding behind the process.
No, the Labour Party said...
Why don't you do what the other candidates do and tell... Don't Labour members have a right, as they decide whether to vote for you or not, they want to know where your money's coming from?
I've been asked that many times. I've said it's coming from trade unions, from crowdfunding, from individual donations.
Who's your biggest donor?
It's coming from those three. One of my biggest donors was put up on the website, I think, yesterday.
Right, that's one of the lawyer.
Yes.
That's the lawyer.
You have been given the opportunity to visit one place where the walls can talk. Interesting. Where would you go and what would you hope to find out? So, I know what you mean. So, the walls have got all the secrets of all the things that have ever happened there. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Well, I think most people think of the White House or 10 Downing Street or the Vatican, which would be... I'm not really interested in politics and when people plan to do things because they're sort of documented. And I know there's sort of secrets and stuff, but I'm more interested in like sort of scientific discovery and things like that, really. Like, I don't know, Isaac Newton's laboratory. What was he doing? I assume the walls can know what they were thinking as well. Like, it's not just a wall and they would just see it and he just goes, yeah, and what? I don't know what he was doing. I assume these walls are intelligent, they took it all in. They've remembered, they can tell me everything. Probably something like that, like Einstein's study, you know, like what? Sure, he was a genius. He did relativity, but oh God, oh, pure shite, pure bollocks. Thanks, Joey, for your question. Nice cat asked a nice question like that. It's Einstein.
Keir Starmer, Jeremy Corbyn led Labour to a disastrous defeat, the worst for 85 years. Yet you won't utter a word of criticism against him. Why can't you be honest and tell us what you really think of how he led the Labour Party?
Well, it was a devastating defeat. You're absolutely right about that. The worst for a very long time.
85 years.
We've actually lost 4 in a row, and therefore, whilst we're analysing why we lost that election, we need to bear in mind we've lost 4 in a row.
But this is the one you really lost.
Oh, no, we really did. And I went out with 44 campaigning teams, and that discussion was there in every team, in every constituency.
So why not a word of criticism of the man who led you to that defeat?
Well, the things that came up on the doors of 44 constituencies were, number one, the leadership. Absolutely. Secondly, the Brexit position. That came up differently in different areas. What was said in the Midlands was different to what was said in Scotland. The overload of the manifesto, people felt there was too much in it. And I'm sad to say, in a number of areas, anti-Semitism came up. So the leadership did come up.
Number one, you say? But you won't criticise it?
Well, it's not I won't criticise him. Jeremy...
Well, you haven't.
Well, Jeremy is stepping down. We're now asking the question who should be the next leader of the Labour Party, and I'm trying to answer that question. And that requires us to define what the task is, which is huge, a massive challenge.
Which we're going to talk about.
And to... ask the members, put myself before the members, to win that competition.
Charlie Faulkner, fellow Labour lawyer, he's known you for years.
I know Charlie very well, yeah.
Yeah, he says, and he knows you very well, and he says the truth is you were, quote, appalled by the awfulness of the Corbyn leadership. Is he right?
Well, look, I was in the shadow cabinet, and I challenged in the shadow cabinet where I thought I should challenge. I don't speak outside the shadow cabinet.
Were you appalled by the awfulness of Mr. Corbyn?
We obviously got it very wrong in that general election. Jeremy has stepped down, and we're now looking for the next leader of the Labour Party.
Well, let me tell you what a lot of people, because you're reluctant to say what Charlie Faulkner thinks you think, and that is you're reluctant because a large part of the Labour membership still worships Jeremy Corbyn. You're frightened to say anything critical because it will cost you votes in this election. That's the real truth. It's a calculation.
It's not the truth. I served Jeremy for 3.5 years in his shadow cabinet. I worked well with him. He actually led us through some really difficult times. I had disputes with Jeremy, things I didn't agree with him on, and we either had it out around the shadow cabinet table, or on occasion I went to his constituency office and we had a discussion there. So I know what I agreed with Jeremy, but the question now is not what's the criticism of Jeremy, it's who's the best leader to take us from where we are now to where we need to go. And I've been running a very... No, to just answer your point, I've been running a very positive campaign, actually, not just not criticising Jeremy, but not criticising the other candidates, because I profoundly believe that if our party can't pull together and unify, then we're going to carry on losing. And therefore, what I want is to unify the party so that we can be in a position to move forward.
And we'll look
I
at
don't think sort of thrashing around and blaming X, Y and Z.
But if you have nothing bad to say about... And I would suggest to you, you cannot plan the future without understanding the past. And if you have nothing bad to say about Mr Corbyn's leadership now, why did you take part in the attempt to topple him as leader in 2016? Well,
in the immediate aftermath of the referendum, I thought we needed a change, and I set out my reasons for it. We then had a leadership election. Jeremy won it convincingly. I accepted the members had put him in as leader, and I then served him for the next 3.5 years.
You said it was simply untenable to suggest that we can offer an effective opposition without a change of leader. Untenable.
But we then went through a process, agonising process over the summer of 2016. Jeremy won convincingly, and I took the decision that in those circumstances, the right thing to do was to serve in the shadow cabinet, particularly on a brief such as the Brexit brief, which was so important. I'm not, I think that was the right thing to do. I then...
Well, maybe you were right, because it did turn out to be untenable. You got thumped in the election with Mr Corbyn.
You are a government agent for MI6, transmitting subliminal messages on your shows to the people of the world. The message is your choice. What message do you send out? So I can change the world without them knowing by just doing these. I've been sending out subliminal things to people who go, oh, maybe I'll become vegan. Well, things like that, right? That's a good one, obviously. Stopping animal cruelty. What are the big ones? Protecting free speech. Secularism for the world. Fairness. And equality. And that's supported by free speech. And vice versa. And animal cruelty. They're the main three for me, aren't they? Well, if I could stop animal cruelty, I'd sort of... But then there's another injustice that's equal if you can't have free speech. It all comes from that, doesn't it? I mean, if I could make the world secular, I think all the problems would be solved, really. People would they learn truth and had the right to say it, and fucking hell, that's you're a dog, Gunnar. Why are you asking me questions like that? I haven't had time to think about it. I've been given the greatest opportunity of mankind, and I don't know. But everyone has to take a picture of themselves and send it to the news and go, "This is the picture I want when I die." That's my message to the world. I think this has been particularly bollocks. I think it's been probably one of the worst ones ever, which I'm very proud of. Because I didn't think I could go lower. And that was like a challenge to me. I thought, Rick, you've hit rock bottom here. You can't get this worse. And I thought, hold my pint. And I think I've proved there's always a little bit lower to go with quality.
But the reason I ask you that is that many suspect in the Labour Party that you are the Neil Kinnock of this leadership contest, that you're running from the left on a kind of broadly Corbynista ticket, but if you win, you'll move to the right. Are they wrong?
Andrew, I am very focused on what are the challenges now in 2020, after the defeats we've been through. How do we meet those challenges and prepare a manifesto probably for 2024 that speaks to the 2020s and the 2030s? And therefore, I'm not trying to be a past Labour leader. I want to be the next Labour leader.
But 80% of Labour Party members in a poll think that you would move the party towards the centre.
Well, I've seen that poll. I have set out my case. This is how we conduct ourselves in our party, week after week, hustings after hustings in front of our members.
You're not getting your message through if they think you would move to the centre.
I am making my pitch to the members, and they will make their minds up over the next few weeks who they want to lead the Labour Party.
Why haven't you declared all the major donors who are funding your leadership campaign?
Well, at the beginning of the campaign, the Labour Party set out the rules that we should all comply with, and they briefed us on it. And they involve doing the necessary checks on any donations, and then passing it to the parliamentary authorities so that they can be published. And I'm following those rules.
But that's process.
That's not process, that's the
you're
rules.
following the process, but there's a bigger principle at stake, that Labour Party members who are being asked to vote for you should know who's bankrolling your campaign.
That is why the Labour Party set up those rules.
But you won't tell us.
The Labour Party rules say, carry out the checks, which we have to carry out, and I've got a compliance team doing that. Once you're satisfied the checks are carried out and the donations are proper in order, they go to the parliamentary authorities who put them on the parliamentary website so that everybody can see them. I've been following that procedure. That is exactly the parliamentary rules.
But the other candidates in this contest have published who is bankrolling their campaign. You seem to be hiding behind this process. Why won't you simply tell us tonight who are your 5 biggest donors?
Andrew, how can you say I'm hiding behind a process when it's the Labour Party process?
Because you're hiding behind the process.
No, the Labour Party
Why
said...
don't you do what the other candidates do and tell... Don't Labour members have a right, as they decide whether to vote for you or not, they want to know where your money's coming from?
I've been asked that many times. I've said it's coming from trade unions, from crowdfunding, from individual donations.
Who's your biggest donor?
It's coming from those 3. One of my biggest donors was put up on the website, I think, yesterday.
Right, that's one of the lawyer.
Yes.
That's the law. But who are your 5 biggest donors?
Well,
you haven't announced. You've only announced about £125,000 worth of donations. This campaign costs a lot more than that. Doesn't transparency just demand? I mean, it's causing you a problem. Len McCluskey, the union leader, he said that you are having secret financiers sitting in the shadows. And you laugh, I understand that. You could solve that tonight by saying, when I leave here, everybody who's bankrolled my campaign, I will make public.
Well, of course, Andrew.
But you're not going to do that.
Andrew, please hear me out. I've got a compliance team in place who are checking that every donation is in accordance with the rules. Once they've done that, they pass it to the parliamentary authorities for them to publish it. So 2 lots have gone up. Another lot is again with the parliamentary authorities as of today. I'm following the rules so that everything can be published.
So just to be clear, who's giving you £100,000?
This line of attack on me that I'm following the rules, which the Labour Party at the beginning of the exercise said, right, how was...
Okay, who's giving you more than 100,000?
The Labour Party at the beginning of the exercise said, these are the rules as to what you've got to check.
Yeah. Who's giving you more than £100,000?
These are the rules as to publication. Nobody's given me more than £100,000. That biggest donation went up yesterday or the day before.
And how much is that?
Was it £100,000?
£100,000?
Yes.
So that's your biggest?
Yes.
All right.
And what we will build on...
Starmer, a pledge is not an indication. A pledge is a word, is your word. It's a pledge.
I hope you enjoyed that. Alexa, play David Brent, Life on the Road. Oh. Chimpanzee, that monkey you shoot absolute cunt. Yeah, it feels good. Used to great effect in the global hit comedy drama Afterlife on Netflix. If you haven't seen it. How are you? Wednesday, innit? Not it makes any difference. Yeah, I can read your questions. How are your eyes? Someone just said. Well, I don't know. I should test them. I should get in a car and drive 30 miles. Satire, isn't it? And I can't drive, so that would really be quite a test. Politics. I mean, it was never good, but at least I think 20, 30 years ago, I mean, even 10 years ago, politicians still felt shame when they got caught out. They still resigned over things. Do you know what I mean? They said something they shouldn't, or they got found out and they resigned. Sorry, yeah, shouldn't do that. No, but you're not sorry. No. But you know I didn't know. We should know we not resigning. No way, babe. Right. Well, and there's nothing you can do. Everyone in the world can go, you should resign. The media, everyone, people say you should resign. And if they go, no, that's it. oh, but aren't you ashamed? No. Right, well, we'll vote you out. You won't remember. True. They've got us. Okay, some questions. Ollie comic strip. Anything you choose not to joke about? Yeah, loads of things. I don't do politics much, for example. What else don't I do? I don't really do puns or surreal stuff. I go on flights of fancy if there's a point to be made. I think you mean morally. Is there things that you don't joke about because you don't find it funny because it personally touches you? No, but I still have a moral code. I think that I wouldn't divulge privileged information. I wouldn't go, this is what happened once with this guy, if they were still alive or a famous person. I wouldn't do that. It has to be in public. It has to be their behaviour that they could help in, and it has to be in the public already. I have to be commenting on something that everyone knew about, I think. And as a rule, you don't go after things that they can't help. So, but you can joke about those things. You can do jokes about race without being racist, for example. So there's nothing you shouldn't joke about. It depends on the target. I've said that over and over again. But as a rule, I wouldn't, particularly on a huge, global platform like the Golden Globes or something. I think it'd be unfair to really go after someone for no reason, just because you don't like them. I don't know if that answers your question or not, really. You joke about what you find funny and hope other people do, really. But I think the spirit of that question is also, here's another thing as well. I've said this before, that you shouldn't assume that a joke is a window to the comedian's true soul and thoughts. I'll pretend to be someone I'm not if that makes the joke better. I'll pretend to be right wing or left wing or no wing to enhance that joke, if that makes sense. Miss Emma Dolan says, "What's the most courageous thing you've ever done?" I haven't. I haven't done anything courageous. I think in the sense I haven't saved a baby from a burning building or given a kidney to someone or jumped in the way of a bullet. I've done nothing like that. I've done courageous things by I'm honourable and I have integrity. I always try and do the right thing. I'd never stitch anyone up or lie or cheat someone out of a job. I do those things that some people think is, I don't know. But no, I've never. My courage is verbal. My courage is, yeah. I did. There was when I was about, I don't know, I was a teenager. At the beach, there was a kid who'd gone too far out on the lino, and the mother was screaming, and I swam out and just sort of pulled it back in for her, and she bought me a box of chocolates. So that is probably the closest thing actual heroic thing I've ever done. Fiona says, "How did the barbecue go?" Brilliant. Too good, if anything. It was a bit too hot. That's because I was hungry. Jane was going, "You're meant to let all the car charcoal go white." I said, "Nah, it'll be all right." Put it on. About 3 seconds, one side was black. So we had to try and find a cool bit of the barbecue, but it was great, really good. Favourite foreign films? Oh, I've seen a lot recently. Too many to. I don't know the names. I can't remember the names because they're in foreign. I only watch foreign things now. I usually TV though. Usually Netflix. Walter Presents. Yeah. I remember the first foreign film. I just couldn't do subtitles. I just thought, what's the point? I was an idiot, a Philistine. And I think it must have been, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, where a mate persuaded me to sit here. It's the Brazilian thing about the kids, the homeless kids. City of God, City of God. I watched that. I was blown away. I just thought, well, this is amazing. I've been an idiot. Well, there's the whole. Why am I just watching films made in English? There's the rest of the world. So yeah, that made me a convert. So that's the first one, I think. It's brilliant. Watch that. Couldn't get over it. Please do Derek again. What now? What? Oh, like that. What is it? Can you do the Monkey News jingle? All right, yeah. Oh, chimpanzee, that Monkey News, you absolute cunt. Yeah, it feels good. Right. Oh, I think a serious one before I forget. A Wildlife Aid are really in trouble. It's a great charity, and obviously it's even worse at the moment because they haven't got like staff and help, and the world's a bit weird. They save sort of injured animals in distress, and obviously their fundraising and donations have gone down because people are worried about themselves, which is understandable. But the cases have gone up. They're getting a phone call every 4 minutes to try and save animals. They go out, and also they've had trouble. They've one of their vehicles is screwed. So I'll do a link at the end. So if you can, have a look at that. Wildlife Aid, and it's brilliant. I'll stick an app, and you can look at it. It doesn't take much, it really doesn't. A couple of quid, and it makes a difference. They can stay afloat. They can save animals. They can save, your 2 quid would go towards saving an animal, literally. Life on the Road follow up? No, I think honestly, it'd be too depressing to see Brent at nearly 60 still try. You know what I mean? It would be like a nightmare, like a weird nightmare. One of those things that you see on a documentary, and you go, "I can't watch this. I can't watch this." Oh yeah, lots of people going back, rediscovering stuff. I honestly, so many things people say. I watched Afterlife 2, and I just binge watched Derek, and they hadn't heard of it because Afterlife 2 went through the roof, and people have just rediscovered or discovered for the first time Derek. So yeah, brilliant. All on Netflix. Afterlife, Derek, Life on the Road, and that stands up. Even if you haven't seen The Office or didn't like The Office, this sort of stands up. It's slightly different because he's older. It's 15 years on when he was on a docu-soap. And if The Office was never invented, it's a delusional man who's a rep who dreams of being a rock star. So he spends his hard-earned cash on his dream of trying to be a rock star. So it's pretty sad, but it's funny. It's funny, but it's pretty sad. Then it's uplifting. Oh, it's cringy, funny, cringy, funny, sad, cringy, oh, sad, funny, sad, funny, uplifting. So that's how I wrote it. That's quite a good. That's quite a good template actually for a comedy drama. What I just did there. What would win, a goldfish or a guppy? Goldfish. It's weird. Do you still have the salamander? Well, no. It'd be about 48 now, wouldn't it? Just started watching Derek and loving it. Thank you. The guitar is behind you. Yeah, it is. So a pantomime. There's a cock in a drain. Oh. Yeah, there you go. How long did that take? 15 minutes. Serious, nice questions, fun, entertaining, charity shout out. Struggled, cock in a drain. If in doubt, cock in a drain. Good. Like a vaudeville saying, isn't it? I was struggling that night in Blackpool, so I thought, I'll bring out the big guns. So I did the cock in a drain. They absolutely lapped it up. Thank you to everyone who's doing Emmy campaigns, doing clips, some serious, some not serious, but it's just a laugh, isn't it? I'm not going to win an Emmy. They all hate me. And I forgive people for genuinely thinking, how can they give an Emmy to the best comedy that's about a man who wants to kill himself because his wife dies of cancer? It must be confusing. Unless you watch it, which I bet they don't. They don't watch 100 shows, do they? When they vote, they just do it to keep their free DVDs. There's about 6,000 Emmy voters. How can they all watch everything? Absolutely impossible. They watch the 3 things they watched or the things their mates are in. So I've got no fucking. I don't know anyone. I ain't got any mates. Well, you think of that. You are my mates. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Cheers. Everyone say play a song. I can't play a song. The wig, the glasses, brilliant. We're going to do the Joe Rogan podcast. We were meant to do it in June when I was in LA for my gigs, which probably won't happen. Well, it won't happen, will they? I don't know. I can't see my audience because I have it in total blackness, so I can't see them, and I'm the one lit up. I have no idea what my demographic is. I couldn't do an average age. I've no idea. Just people. Comedy's usually quite blokey anyway, isn't it? Sort of like 70-30. So it's probably over half male, but then there's couples. I've no idea. It's probably, I don't know. Probably doesn't change much, does it? It's more people who go out, isn't it? Really, that's the big divider. Some people just never go out. I know people that would never go to a comedy show or a band. They just would never do that. Could you wish my girlfriend? I missed it. It was something like Shelby or Happy Birthday. My battery's running out. It's just warned me twice. It's at 10%. That this is ruining. That's ruining a great broadcast, isn't it? I love David Earl. Yeah, he's great, isn't he? What's your favourite Bowie album? Oh, I'll get it down to 3 maybe if I really struggled, which would be Diamond Dogs, Aladdin Sane, oh, maybe Ziggy or Hunky Dory. God, it's tough. Well, yeah, no, I wouldn't. I'd say, I reckon Aladdin Sane for songs and, yeah, for everything. I reckon Aladdin Sane. There's some remarkable tunes on there. Favourite Beatles song? I like, Hey, you've got to hide your... And I like, what's the one? Penny Lane, I like a lot of Beatles. They were never my thing because I was just too young. I've sort of discovered in retrospect, but yeah, they had some good tunes. Really, Rick? Yeah. Hey, Rick says the Beatles are good. We should check it. The Beatles, yeah. He stuck his neck out there, hasn't he? Yeah, they're good. I love David Icke. Someone just said, good luck to him. Right, we've run out of shit, haven't we? I'll do a link to that charity. Thanks for tweeting me about Afterlife. Keep those coming. Particularly the clips that you like, and I like it. And the GIFs. There's so many GIFs now. They really make me laugh. Where someone's just taken one thing, and I've seen them reply to someone with just the GIF. So it's just awful that one of the characters has said. Stay safe, and let's hope it all goes back to normal soon. Tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye. Oh, people who do that thing on the street as well. Dustman's blow. Still, I mean, who does that? I always, if I see someone like just jogging, right, and they do a dustman's blow, I always go, F me. Like, hope they hear it. So I've seen someone see it, like, F now. Get it on. T-Rex with the great Mark Bolan. How are you? If emotions are the product of biochemical reactions, then in the future we will be theoretically able to control them. Well, yeah. If we could control emotions through technology, should we? Well, we do really, don't we? If it's your own and it's up to you and you don't want to feel a certain way, I mean, we do have things like that, don't we? Sort of antidepressants and some. I'm not a doctor, but I think some mental illnesses are, well, everything's physical, but you know what I mean? Some of them are chemical imbalances, aren't they? I'm guessing here. I don't know. I don't. But yeah, I mean, it's not always a bad thing, isn't it? It depends, doesn't it? If you, I don't know why you take them to never feel happy again. That'd be a bit weird. So it depends. There's good and bad. There's good and bad science. Good science. Oh, chemotherapy. Good science. Well done. Bad science. Frankenstein. So it depends, doesn't it? I mean, that was quite a good question. But the only reason I didn't take it seriously is it comes to the point, it's a dog, right, asking me. That's I suddenly realised the absurdity of this. If this was a doctor, and an environmental biologist and a psychiatrist, they're going, well, yeah, it's a good point, right? And it was a human. No, but a dog asking me, it's absurd. Talking of which, here's Rupert, the dog. Here we go. This is Rupert's question. You've woken up in a dark cave. Okay, let's see if that's relevant. Why he's setting the story. Let's see if this was needed. Let's see if we could cut down any of this question. Okay, You've woken up in a dark cave. As your eyes adjust to the surroundings, you smell incense. Wow. Why am I in a fucking dark cave? And why have I had a little snooze? It's the question, right? Why did I go to a dark cave to have a little snooze, Rupert? You little fat sausage. You've woken up in a dark cave. As your eyes adjust to the surroundings, you smell incense. You follow the smell. I would. I'd assume I was looking for some sort of, it was like a yoga class or a record shop in the late 70s. If I smell incense, it's either a record shop or a cool clothes shop, right? Or my next door neighbour's lodger is smoking dope, and that's what the incense. That's what he's trying to hide. Okay, you've woken up in a dark cave. As your eyes adjust to the surroundings, you smell incense. You follow the smell to the corner of the cave, right? And lo and behold, there is Jesus sitting cross-legged, right? Right. What 3 questions do you ask him? Right. That could have been, if Jesus was real, what would you ask him? But no. Why am I waking up in a cave and smelling joss sticks? Right. Okay. Sitting cross-legged. Is that how I know it's Jesus? And not just... Why don't I think it's just some homeless guy sitting in a cave? And he'd go, what are you doing here? It's my cave. I go, sorry, I don't know. I had a lot to drink last night, and I don't know what happened. Remember you came in? I go, did I? He goes, yeah. Then you on my bag of clothes. I go, oh, sorry, mate. Then you said something, and you insulted me, and you fell asleep. I go, sorry, mate. It won't happen again. They go, no, it won't happen again because I've got to move because it stinks, isn't it? Why do I know? I just know it's Jesus, do I? I just know it's Jesus. Do I accept it? Of course I wouldn't accept it. I wouldn't accept it. I would go, if he had ID, oh, Jesus, no, you're mental. Okay, what 3 questions would I ask you? Right, why are you in a cave? How did I get here? What's the point? What are you doing? What are we to learn from this? It's ridiculous. Oh God. What was it like living in the Bible? What was that like? Ollie comic strip. Having written children's books, started a game show with kids and produced a children's film, would you ever consider creating a TV series for children? Well, yeah, maybe. It's not my... I don't know why. There's better people better. I don't know why I do that. It's not my sort of thing, really. But having said that, some of the things I do, like even stuff like, I think The Invention of Lion was rated 13, and that was, I'd like to do something with Flanimals. I definitely would like to. I think an animation, like a weird, that SpongeBob vibe, just mental for kids and adults. That's what I'd like to do. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. But I can't be bothered to do anything. I like doing this because there's absolutely no work involved. Just me sitting down with a beer that I'd be doing anyway, and I'm saying things out loud as opposed to just thinking them. See, if you want to do this is me usually from 6 till 6:30. Just thinking shit like that. And here, I just say it out loud. Nancy says, have you ever wished you were born the opposite sex? If so, why? I haven't. Do I still have to answer the why? Like, I assume that was if I have, why? But if I say no, have I got to say why? I can't think of any reason other than you don't do it. You just don't. I don't think I've ever thought like that. I like using the urinal. It's convenient. We can go anywhere. We can go up against a tree, can't we? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is that's the only advantage of being a man. Also, let's not forget women are the most oppressed group. You go anywhere in history, much better off being a bloke. Sorry, it's true. Oh God, there's another one. Stonewall Rockhaven, if that is his real name. You are standing before St. Peter at the pearly gates, and he says, you have one more life on earth, but as a dog. Fine. What breed would you choose to be? Well, the first thing I thought of was like a bulldog, because I'd be used to the sort of breathing and the length of legs. I'd be used to what it was like sort of walking uphill. I mean, I just don't think you can go wrong with like being a golden retriever. Nice dog, nice owner. You know what I mean? It would be a nice. It feels like that would be a good life. If I was everyone goes, everyone, they're nice. People are nice around them. No one's scared of a golden retriever. If a golden retriever comes running towards you, you don't go, oh fuck. You know what I mean? You know it's going to come up and sort of like sit on your foot or lick your leg or something. So yeah, can't go wrong with a Labrador golden retriever. Louisa Core says, my down-to-earth question is, are you painting more? I'm not. If so, what do you paint? And can we see any artworks? No. It's so funny. I was thinking I'll get some canvases, and I just didn't bother, and then it happened. But I haven't been painting, no. I don't know why. I've been filling my days. I've been doing more working out and sport. I've been writing as much. But no, I haven't been painting. What do I paint? I almost exclusively paint sort of abstract stuff now. I mean, that hides the fact that I haven't got enough skill, and it's I like it more as well. I do like abstract. In fact, if there's a great painting but it's got a person in it or a face, I go, oh, get that out. I don't want that on the wall. I don't even know who's that. You know what I mean? I want swirling sort of. I mean, Turner, it was figurative, but he managed to. His colours were great. Turner colours, abstract. I like some portrait stuff. Rembrandt clicked. All his backgrounds were black, and it was great. It was drama. It wasn't the sort of people going like that, painting themselves like that. It was like that. So yeah, but yeah, I can only do real abstracts. Scapes, I like scapes, skies and buildings and things like that. Joey, again, starts off the question. The question starts off with a premise, a fact, right? When you die, someone's going to resurrect you. In your new life. They're not, Joey. They're not. They're not. Because that's mental. When you die, someone's going to resurrect you. I'd be furious. I'd be absolutely furious. But all right, what are you doing? You're alive. You right. When you die, someone's going to resurrect you. In your new life, you must live the life of a character from any of your shows. Whose do you choose? Oh, is it like a new life? Oh, okay. So it's not me coming back still shitting myself and in pain the way I died at 83 in a bath chair, right? I'm someone else. I live a life where I go, who has the most fun? Derek always springs to mind. I think Derek, yeah. Is it one of my characters that I played or anyone's? I still think it's Derek. I think I'd be Derek. Can't go wrong. Claire says, if Room 101 was real and you could actually get rid of 3 things from life that irritate you, what would those 3? Seriously, 3 is not enough. If I started listing things that I'm assuming these aren't the big serious things. You wouldn't say fascism, famine, and cancer. They irritate me, right? I assume you mean not big, like foibles and habits and like people sniffing. Yeah, I assume you mean those little trivial things that drive me mental. Yeah, you can't have general stupidity. Just what would I ban? So if it's not the big things, people who do that thing on the street as well, dustman's blow. Still, I mean, who does that? I always, if I see someone like just jogging, right, and they do a dustman's blow, I always go, F me. Like, hope they hear it. So seeing someone see like now. Yeah, noisy eaters. What else would there be? Who's being late? So much fuzzy thinking and just general etiquette and people not knowing they're annoying. It's so funny. I was thinking that if a dog comes over and jumps up at me, a little dog and tore my t-shirt, and I just, if a person did that, I'd go, you stupid idiot. You owe me a t-shirt, you clumsy twat. Cut your toenails, you moron. But a dog does that, I go, oh, look. Imagine a person running along just jumping on my lap. I'd punch him in the face. But if a cat does it or a dog, I go, oh, he's on my lap. Same with eating. If a dog's going, I'm going, oh, look, he's enjoying that. If I see a bloke doing that, again, I want to just drag him out of the restaurant by his neck. So, there's a list of things that annoy me. I told you about the time we were in this lovely restaurant. It was just us, right, an early lunch in San Francisco, and it was on the bay, and we were looking out. There was a seal and a pelican, and the waiter was great. And then the busboy kept coming out of the kitchen, standing, looking like that, right, and he kept going, and honestly, every time he did it, I was just waiting for it to happen. And Jane was going, just forget it, just forget it. I was going, oh my God. And then I just hear it in the distance. I go, like that, just to myself. It is the mental case. Good. People keep saying, play the guitar. I'll say hello to some of you. I'm going to be, hi Richard, evening from the Cowsey. The Cowsey is the place, there's cows here where I used to live in Whitley. That's funny. Was Derek based off someone? No, it wasn't based on anyone I knew, really. I hope you had a mask on. Oh, this was years ago. Misophobia, that's misophobia, is it? When you're noisy eaters and breathing. And... Well, thanks, everyone. People keep saying play a bit of Brent's song. I don't know why, you can just download them. What do you want me doing it for? It's not as good as a recording, is it? Or is it just me? Is it like it's live? Is that fun? Sold my shack in Memphis, bought me a Chevrolet, 6-string in the back and a bottle of Jack, and I headed down to Mexico way, singing ooh la la la, ooh la 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 lay, ooh la 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 la. It's a beautiful day, oh, it's a beautiful day. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. There you go. You can buy that on iTunes. Get the album. This is free. Please play as a song. I just did. Or am I behind? Okay, well, thank you very much. Let's do this again. Thanks for tuning in. But have a nice week and be nice to animals. Tatty bye, everyone. Tatty bye.
And just finish, I've got a lot of kind of on chat boards and things. People always talking about whether you've fallen out with Steve and Carl or not. Is that
I know. Well, that's because it's not. I purposely don't answer them because it annoys them. Right.
Feel free to not answer them.
No. I haven't. It's like we've been doing. I've always been doing my own thing, and now they are as well. And no, not at all. This is the divorce thing, or it's so.
Who would keep Carl, you or Steve?
Oh, I would.
Right.
Yeah.
Get custody. Right. In a little cupboard.
I would imagine nothing phases you. Or does it? Did any of that faze you?
It has. You see, it's weird because all this travelling has changed me. When you think, when I did Idiot Abroad, which was like 2009.
Yeah.
I was a bit funny about putting some trunks on a beach in Brazil. And then you look at that, dancing about in Times Square in undies.
I know.
So it just goes to show, travelling does have an effect on you. It does change you.
It does very
for the
much
better
so.
or not, I don't know.
No, probably for the better, I would think. But you don't strike me as somebody, you're not in telly for the fame, because you could quite happily sort of like, kind of done that now.
God, yeah. Yeah, I think I've had enough. I know I've said that before, right, on other things, but I think now, when you get into a point of, you know, dressing up as a woman for a day and all that, you start running out of things to see anyway.
And you said you've got a bad back.
Got a really bad back, from all the travelling, because I'm sat on planes for 12 hours or whatever. Get off a plane, dancing about with a tribe. So my back goes from doing nothing to doing a lot.
Right.
And I've just, what is it? It's my L5S1.
Oh dear.
On the bottom of my back, my discs.
That's not good.
Squashed discs. So, I think I've just got to knock it all on the head.
And you have said before that you're quite lazy, or you like to just kind of chill out. This is maybe like too much hard work.
I'm not saying lazy.
No.
A bit, but not. I think what it is, I like doing jobs where you do something and you see the end result at the end of the day. Telly takes too long.
Right.
Or it's there's too many people involved, so you can't sort of take ownership of it. Why do you do it? You've been doing this for ages.
I've been doing it for a long time, but live telly's brilliant, love, because it doesn't take ages. It is what it is. You know, it starts at 7:30, finishes at 9:30. Happy days. Nobody can say do it again because you're doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, no one can say to me do it again, but it's just all messing about.
Yeah,
and it's good. It's good. I mean, I shouldn't moan. The rate's good.
Yeah.
For what what I have to do, but it's just there comes a point when you go, you shouldn't just do stuff for money.
No, that's true.
That you soon get sick of that. And I've got everything I want now. I've got a nice house, and I think that's why I've had enough.
But maybe you just have a wee rest, and maybe we can tempt you back to do other things.
I can't see it.
No,
can't see it honestly. How long have you been doing this?
31 years.
30 or 31.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. You're in shock and awe. Shock and awe, yes. Shock and awe. Well, look, the series starts. When does it start? It starts very soon.
So
it's out now.
It's out now. This is for the DVD.
Oh, right, okay.
You were just saying you loved it. You haven't even seen it.
No, I have.
It's been on for 6 weeks.
I saw bits of it. I didn't see all of it, obviously, but I saw lots of chunks.
Messing about on your phone instead, but it's on. You'll be like everyone else.
Texting. Carl Pilkington is
Pilkington.
Pilkington. What did I say?
Oh, you've said it 3 different ways.
Have
I don't know how you managed it. It's a good start, isn't it? It doesn't matter.
Say it, then I'll say
Pilkington.
Pilkington.
Just as it's written.
What did I say?
Easy.
Did I say Pilkington?
I really don't know.
Anyway, Carl is probably best known as the idiot abroad. Thanks to the I know, that's rude. Thanks to the travel series created by his pals Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant. For his latest comedy project, though, he's on his own, playing a middle-aged man haunted by voices in his head. So, sick of it, start Carl Pilkington.
Well done.
Phew, thank you. Joins me now. It's really good to see you.
Cheers for having us on again.
You do make me laugh. And this thing, he just kind of lurches from crisis to crisis, doesn't he?
He's just a bloke who's fed up.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are, aren't they?
I think a lot of people are. I mean, how much of that fella is you?
It is me, really.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I mean, some of the problems that's going on in his head come from a real place,
right? Okay.
But then the stories round them sort of made up. So you can still hear it. Is it still playing there?
Yeah, no. We're just showing you being you in that.
So I think a lot of little problems that people can relate to.
No, definitely.
People have seen it and enjoyed it for that.
Because I think a lot of people are sick of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it seems that way, doesn't
it?
Everyone's a bit sort of.
Everybody's a bit down. We need, and actually sometimes.
No, I think it is. I think it's news.
Do you?
I'm trying to cut news out.
Right. That might be quite drastic. Do we not need news?
Well, but how much? How much should you have? When I was growing up, it was just like 6:45 news.
Yeah.
But now we're bombarded by it, and I wonder if we're getting too much.
I think you're right, because we're getting an awful lot of news and we're not getting an awful lot of analysis.
No.
We get constant information.
Well, they say the more you know you don't know.
That's very true.
And it gets you down. It's like, like years ago with smoking. When it first came out, doctors said, you want to smoke?
Aye, doctors and doctors.
It's good for you.
Yeah.
And I think in years to come, people will be saying, we all went wrong and there was too much news. We all went a bit mad with it.
Too much news.
So cut out the news, watch sick of it.
Cut out the news and it'll be fine. Do you worry about things like coronavirus? Do you get sort of, is that too big? Is it me small things that annoy you?
Yeah, it's little niggly
Yeah.
things. I think that's out of your hands a bit, isn't it? Or it's in your hands.
Yeah, I know. That's why you have to
Wash your hands.
We do.
But yeah, I try not to worry about the big stuff. I don't think you can. Otherwise, you'd never leave the house.
No, that's very true. And life is hard and we all just have to get on with it, I think, as best we can.
Can do.
Now, look, what about Ricky Gervais? This is a quote, if people don't know it. He said, this is Ricky Gervais saying this, not me. Received wisdom says there's a fine line between a genius and an idiot. Not true. Carol's an idiot, plain and simple, very simple. Some people have proclaimed him a genius, but they're idiots. Now, Ricky and you, would you get back together again, like a sort of boy band? You know, the way that they do.
Yeah, but is that a good? Is a boy band getting back together a good idea?
Well,
ever?
take that was a good idea, don't you think? Take
Right.
that, maybe. No, OK, we're going to fight.
I just think you've got to leave things.
Right.
They were good.
They had their time.
People liked them at the time. You
Okay.
bring them back. It's never as good.
Right.
I think people like the idea of going back to something they liked when they were younger.
Sure.
I mean, we stopped doing the podcasts about... Well, Idiot Abroad was 10 years ago.
Was it really?
10 years ago.
Wow.
And people are still going on about it.
I know, but that's because people loved it.
Yeah, but I wonder if it came back now, if people wouldn't like it, because, you know, things have changed, haven't they, with, like, sensibilities and that.
No, that's true. Oh,
Probably
gosh.
offend everyone.
There you are.
I mean,
look
yeah,
at
does
you.
anyone want to see that again?
I don't know. I think they might.
There's me
And
there.
there's you. Yeah, I know what you mean, though. Things do change. And so if after that, you kind of almost retired a little bit, but then you got a bit bored.
I had a go at retirement.
Yeah, it didn't work.
I think I did 5. In fact, last time I was on here, I said
Yeah.
to you, I've had enough.
I know, I remember.
Knocking it on the head.
You
Can't
said,
be
"That's
doing with it.
I'm out of here.
But it's hard.
Is it?
Everybody sort of has that dream of retirement. You know, that's what everyone's aiming at, innit? Don't have to work anymore.
Yeah.
But take that out of your life and you just... What's the point in getting up in the morning?
So you get a bit bored then?
Got really bored, was driving the girlfriend, like, up the wall. I was taking things apart that didn't need taking apart.
Right.
Letting things annoy me. Like, do you know, like, how you get chicken fat in between the doors in an oven?
Yes.
Things like that bothered me.
Oh,
It was
did
like
it?
my main aim to, like, I've got to get rid of that, which isn't healthy. So you've got to have something to worry
get
about.
up for.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, things and things that you can do something about. What makes you happy? Like, if I was to say to you, today I could do something for you that would make you happy, what would it be? Steady.
Getting my name right.
That's
No,
true.
I think.
Yeah, no, you're right.
I'll tell you
No,
what,
you're
I'm looking
absolutely
forward to getting home. At the moment, it's been a wet winter and that, and I've got a lot of algae and moss on the
Oh,
on the
that drives you
driveway.
mad, doesn't it?
So I'm enjoying. I started it yesterday, and I really like that thing. That's really simple process, but you feel like you're doing something. At the end, you can step back and go, "I've done that.
I achieved this.
I've achieved that.
And you feel
it
great.
looks better."
Yes.
You know, I've done it.
And that's
so it's
slightly
simple
smug
things like
feeling.
that.
That's slightly sort of like you feel quite smug about that. It's like when you tidy your knickers
Other
over.
people pay to have it done.
This is
And
true.
it's like, well, I can do this.
Exactly, of course you can.
And yeah, I think that's good for your head, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It is. You're absolutely right.
Cleaning. Love cleaning, yeah.
Cleaning is really good.
Yeah.
Cleaning is great. I agree with you 100%. So, next, are we going to see more? Have you been sick of it, or what's
honestly,
happening?
I think this has come to an end. I think it's got a
Right.
nice end,
Okay.
this. It's out on DVD, by the way. That's why we're here today. So
Oh.
it's been out on Sky.
Right.
Watch it on Sky on demand if you've got Sky. If you haven't, whilst you're out panic buying, grab a DVD. You've got to stay in, give it a watch.
Give it a watch.
I don't think there'll be any more
No.
of this.
Right.
I think it's got a nice end, and I really don't know what. I'm not one of those people who has a 5-year plan.
I got you.
I'm not into lining up a job before I've finished the last. I like to do one thing, get that done, see what happens. So this might be the end. You might
Oh.
never see me again.
I think we will.
You might not, though. I'm just saying.
Okay. Mr.
A lot of people will be happy about that.
Mr. Pilkington,
Oh,
thank
you still got it wrong.
Pilkington.